9, guys. We've made it to Vegas. We're here. And I'd say it's pretty damn hot here. It's a very, very humid environment, but it's great for training because I guess you've warmed up already. We've got a sauna here. We've finally found one in the States that we can use for recovery, and it's at none other, I've got to say the full name, Yuri Marmerstone's house. Come over here, mate. This is his sauna.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's great to finally meet Yuri. He's an expert at the handstand and a lot of other skills as well. So this sauna is, I've never seen one like it before. It looks like it's a 1-man or 2-man sauna. It fits in his garage, which is awesome. It was pretty cheap for you to buy as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's about $1,000, and then the more expensive models that can fit more people, they go up to like $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah, nice.
They're cheaper generally than the Steam side.
I'll cut the talking there because I'm keen to start this recovery session. Let's get into it. Here we go, our first sauna on US soil. Now we've got this sitting here on your own for half an hour. That's what we're doing today. It can get a bit boring, so it's always good to double up on some stuff. For example, Lachlan does his side split training with his cuff capacity. Yuri does his sauna with some mobility and deep tissue release. Now, this thing here was given to me by Yuri. He calls it the prostate annihilator. Now, not quite. It's like this, Yuri, isn't it? We put it like there. And we just kind of get the back of our
You can go around through, because if your back is massive, you can go around this way as well.
That sounds like me.
Yeah.
So this actually uses infrared to heat you up. So you just sit here and it gets to the temperature you need. There's no extra work having to worry about maintaining the heat, which is excellent. And then the last feature, which I love, which is using the remote here. I've found it, colors, I think. Yep, these lights are great. So there's the X-File thing, there's underwater, there's what do you call this, in a beehive, in a girl's room, and then we set it on red, my favourite, which is evil plan concoction. They're all fun though, so just play around with what one you enjoy. Alright, we're hitting half an hour now, and then we've got some more rest. Sleep after that, and then an epic day tomorrow. You guys ready? Isn't this the life? Chilling out in the foam spa. Here we are at Go For It Gymnastics Center in northern Las Vegas. So we're here, it's around midday today. We did a workout here yesterday, and now today we're here to do our ring sequence and our gymnastics conditioning training. I'm really excited this week to incorporate more volume training for my one-arm pull-up. You saw I made the change last week, and I felt that was really important because I did actually, in my mind, I thought, wow, I'm getting nowhere with this, and I kind of gave up. But then I had a surge of inspiration to, if things get tough, you can't give up on them. You need to just step back, reassess, and go for it. So I feel reinvigorated for this goal of the one-arm pull-up. As Shinrai the camel says, are you being honest with yourself? And that's what was necessary to have that breakthrough was, look, you're not getting anywhere just trying the one-arm pull. Lachlan's teased that he wants to do a new stretch for the side splits, so I'm excited to give that a go as well. I've been wanting to, but didn't put forth the initiative yet, so it's great to have my training partner thinking along the same lines. So as relaxing as this is in the foam spa, I think it's time to get out and put in some solid work to achieving our goals.
Last bit, last two negatives, you didn't compress.
Yeah.
Properly. Yeah. Trying to get your hips stay up and the toes drop first.
Actually felt a lot easier today. Like I didn't need as much balance or assistance to get those 5. It felt very much like it was my strength and my balance for the most part of it.
Imagine that. I hated your spot.
I'm sure Lachlan was there, but he not spotting enough for my injury, and it feels like it's getting too intense on the bicep to press it up, so it just seems safer to come out of it there. It felt like good quality reps. It just felt like as I fatigued too much and the intensity got too much on the bicep and forearm, I had to alleviate it. The reason why I'm not doing pump swings as allocated by the program is because it goes from a bent arm to a straight arm position in a very sudden movement. It locks it, and because that's something that aggravated the forearm, I just haven't started incorporating that back into the program yet. Ooh, I didn't hear any highs or lowers.
No, they seem level.
Arch back.
I'd say it was probably straight, but not rounded.
Meant to be a straddle negative right now. I think I'll scale it back and do the diamond variation, just because I feel like the straddle more belongs for a play session for me. I like to build up to it and see how it feels, rather than just this one rep go for it. So doing the be a diamond encrusted negative.
Back.
This exercise is getting spooky. Just what is it? I still haven't touched base with Nile to find out what this is. It's basically just a planche attempt on an unideal set of bars. Brilliant. Definitely the
spookiest exercise I've ever done. I think that was the first back lever I've got since the injury, so that's good.
Yeah.
I asked like on the spot a little bit more on that first front lever. The strength was there. I just felt like it was getting really intense. I just needed a bit more help.
Doing the same exercise for one arm pull that you saw last week, and it's feeling good. I'm hitting 5x5, and I'll be not wanting to rush it, but I'm very keen to test it to see how well it's built strength. Better, so I can start to work sequences again, but I will incorporate handstand next time. That didn't occur to me. I can just use the cables to press up. Since we're in San Diego, I've been inspired to start falling through Victorian while I'm doing this. Now it's incorporated in, it makes it that much harder, but like I said, that much more satisfying when you finish the set. Got Lachlan joining us today, a special guest.
Hello.
Welcome to my series.
Thank you for having me. It's an honour to be here.
He's going to be spotting me for an exercise I haven't been doing for a long time now. In the program it's written kick to multis. Not doing that. Not on the cross trainers. Doing a lean to multis for 3 reps. Feels good to be doing it again, and I just want to give another huge thank you to Lachlan for joining us for this set.
No. Thank you.
Yeah. We're finishing off the session today with side split training. Now this is one that you haven't seen before. We saw this, Nile trains this, he says it's extremely uncomfortable. For 3 minutes I'm going to be having these dumbbells, 7.5 pounds suspended from each foot, against the wall and letting them lower down. Over that time the stretch will get greater because I'll be relaxing that a little bit more so I can get it wider. Turning the legs so that I can focus the weight on the adductors. And this should help get towards that side split goal. That felt pretty good. Nile says that did he say it's disgustingly painful? So him saying that makes me feel like I'm not doing it as intense as I should be. Because whilst it was uncomfortable, I wasn't in agony. The 3 minutes seemed to pass by relatively easy.
You weren't disgusted.
I didn't feel disgusted at all. I would tense a bit and try and relax to get that little bit further each time. I felt like I was going to where I could. Like 2 things. One, this is the first time doing it, so I'll get better. I'll add more weight as I go along. I'll work out how, when's the best time to move further and further apart to get the stretch. And then second thing is I don't think the weight is heavy enough for it to be disgusting. Hey guys, welcome to the second session for week 9. We're somewhere different again, Vegas Valley Gymnastics. Go for it gym we were at yesterday. They're closed over the weekend, so we've branched out even further and found this little gem. It's got everything that I need. Lachlan usually needs an A-frame, and you can see over to the side there's a rectangle frame. There's also a few little extra things lying around, like there was a suspicious brown bottle on the floor, which I then discovered it was liquid chalk. Little secret ingredient we need to getting our goals. So today in play I'll be trying my planche. I feel quite good. I feel like I haven't tried it too intense over the last few sessions, so I should feel fresh going into it today. I've actually got we've got a model to show you what I expect out of the play session today. So this is Tyson.
About a foot.
Yeah, he's missing a foot. I do have another foot. Are you ready, Lockie?
Nice.
Say lower.
Lower. That's it. Straighten the arms.
Was that good though, man? Well, that's my play session. Sorry, I'm getting carried away with what the model's gonna do. Now let's get straight into our play session to kick off today's workout. Here we are, out at Old MacDonald's farm. The horse is pretty happy. The pig is a disturbed shade of red. That thing is not healthy. And there's a snake with no pupils, which is a bit scary. Anyway, they've all come out to watch me attempt this bent-legged planche, which will, if I got this would be almost a PB in general, let alone a comeback from the injury PB.
Come on, man. Let's do it. You can do it. Commit. Lean. Be strong. Nice. Nice. I'll take lower. Lower. There. 0. 1. Oh. Wow.
I was tensing everything, so whatever position I was in was being tensed, and I think my back was a bit arched, and I was going
A little bit, yeah.
trying to, just tensing. So a little bit of a back arch, which is definitely not what you want to carry over into the full planche.
Lower. There. 0. 1. 2. Still had the arch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You sound disappointed. I felt pretty strong.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. But you had the arch, and I feel like your knees were separating a bit.
Yeah, both those things. I think I'm going to try one more set and focus on that back again. Not play with the camera once I hit the position. And this feels great. It's the core that I have to round out and smash. So this all feels really strong. I don't have to worry about that once I hit position. That'll just get it for me.
Here we go. This is the one. Come on. Be critical, man. In the handstand, round out, maintain. Come on, man. Come on. Good. Good shape, good shape, good shape. There. 0. 1. 2. Oh, impressive.
How'd that look?
Yeah, it looked really good.
I actually felt a little bit weaker that time going into it. I think I might have just felt a bit emptier, fatigue-wise. But like I said, I could rely on this to be structurally sound. Good. As I came down, so I just had to focus on having that hollow, rounded out position for the bent-legged.
This whole structure here, when you did that, it really did look as solid as the Boys Dubai's foundation, you know? Nah! That's all.
Okay. I'm going for full planche negative.
Come on. Come on, nice. Yep. More lean, more lean, more lean.
To round out this epic play session, I'm going to play around with impossible dip. I find it challenging to work out ways to train this. I know I've come up with a lot of different ways to do it. Now I'm going to just get Lachlan to help me experiment a little bit with the position on P-bars. I'm thinking maybe if I stretch out, can I replicate it? Let's see what we find. Oh god. This goal sucks.
Doesn't really take much pressure this way.
Doesn't it?
No, it's quite light, but obviously it's just really hard for the triceps to generate power at that angle. Push, stay back,
See how the hips close? I guess it's not really an issue for the full exercise, but for this it's not ideal.
If you park your hips in this case, it just takes the weight off the triceps.
Yeah, exactly.
So the P-bars are feeling a little slippery because they're plastic. It's also the Impossible Dip's feeling hard today. So I've got my secret ingredient. Liquid chalk. I've actually never used it before, so we're going to find out how much grip this gives me. It's not nice. So I imagine you only need a tiny bit. Oh, it stings my cut. There is alcohol in it. Oh, that bypassed my plan, that's for sure. So now it says to let it dry. I don't even know if I put enough on. Obviously I don't want to get it on their carpet. What an annoying person that would be. Thanks for having this. Feels like there's nothing really on my hands. Oh, but the P-bars feel very grippy. Good.
Yep. What did I tell you? That liquid chalk. Yeah. That felt stronger because I could get a better grip. Still feel like my hips were closing. I'm thinking I'll play around with this a little bit more, but not too much longer today. The main focus was on that planche, and then we're going to get into that planche circuit and floor circuit training.
It's always interesting doing the planche circuit straight after I've done a play session that's been intense on the planche. This is called a warm-up, the warm-up planche ball leans, and it's really not a warm-up because I'm already very accustomed to that exercise right now for this session. I was wondering if I'll be fatigued going from play into this, but that was probably my strongest in terms of what I went for and almost got. That was my strongest strikeout going for that straddle planche. The strength continues today. We're doing straight straights, and for the first time ever, I'm doing them how they should be done. Still very scary. There was a point where I was thinking, if he drops me now, there's no way I can fall where I'm not owned. And that's what's important about this exercise, is putting you in positions you're not used to so that you can start building strength there for the full planche goal. That one I can feel it a tiny bit, but for that felt awesome. Really enjoyed doing that. It felt great to hit that on the rings. All I can say is I wish I'd been doing this stuff since when it was introduced, this stupid injury. But nonetheless, I've worked back up to this level, and now I should reap the benefits of that and just really be able to smash this program to get those goals. In the play, I did all my negatives working up to a maximal effort. Then we did a planche circuit, which is part of. But before this was a lot of other planche, so now I want to do the negatives again. It's asking for straddle the program. One, I try to straddle for the other three so far. I've done the frog tuck. I'm going to try a straddle for this last one. I'll be happy if it's controlled the whole way through. It doesn't have to be my slowest, doesn't have to be a hold, as long as it's controlled. Yeah. And it wasn't, so I'm doing it again. This sucks.
Good. Keep leaning, keep leaning, keep leaning.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, so I'm pretty spent on that lean on the planche in general, but I'm so happy with my progress for planche for today. This is a pretty low roof. I don't want you to go flying through, so be ready. Like I did the best set of my life of back support walks. They felt good. Everything fell into place, and that's a very rare thing to happen because you need the spotter and the person doing the exercise to be on key with each other, and with a little bit of luck it'll work out. And fortunately it did for me today, and it felt like I got a good workout from that, and it wasn't just a mess like my other sets have been in the past. Workout done here. Now it's off for a meal at one of our favorite places in Vegas. Hey guys, we're here today at Desert Gym Cats doing our ring sequence and upper limb workout. We'll then be having a break and doing our core capacity, trunk work capacity, sorry, and our cuff capacity. I will also be incorporating mobility today. I had that awesome stretch workout for the adductors working towards side splits at Go For It.
That was really good.
And now I'm going to be doing my regular stretching and mobility work for side splits today, as well as getting some points from the Mama Stain from Yuri. After that epic play session yesterday, I came home and had a really nice stretch and deep tissue massage, and at the end of that I had the sauna to close out that kind of recovery session. This session is going to be quite quick. They are closing soon, so we're jumping in there and smashing the workout. The gym is actually quite good in there. We didn't expect it.
A lot of fun stuff I'd love to play on that we just don't have time to right now. Like
yeah.
Tumble tracks and all that good stuff.
I feel like a little bit relaxed, nicer, waking up this morning, but I definitely feel energized after breakfast to go in and smash this workout. I was just disturbed by Lachlan. I was having a nap after the epic ring sequence and upper limb training session. Went to greens and proteins again, and then I came home and I just crashed. I just felt right to give my body some more rest. Then Lachlan woke me up, and I've come straight out here to do trunk work capacity. We're back at Yuri's place, and you really don't need much, so we've just got the setup here outside at night, ready to smash this. Then we'll move on to cuff capacity. Then I'm going to finish off this day of training with my side splits. Particularly excited for that. Seems to really smash my ITB, the muscle running up that side of your leg, which is annoying because I want it to hit my core. Maybe my position's odd or different. Lachlan mentioned to move my arm up over my head because I was sliding on that first, on my left side, and I changed that and I wasn't sliding anymore. Maybe it's just how I'm doing it, but yeah, the ITB is getting wrecked. Yes! And that is the end of the trunk work capacity. What's your favourite workout, guys? Comment down below. My favourite is play.
You have awoken me from my slumber, and now I must hammer your abs. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Here we are for cuff capacity. We don't have a barbell, we have a stick and some weight plates. This is the best we could do. A little bit lighter than we normally do, but I'm still getting that burn in the rotator cuff doing this one, which is awesome. That's what I seek in cuff capacity. Onto our drawing sword, and I'm sorry to tell you guys, but Guy Leach has been replaced for the night. I've got a Gold's Gym tubing instead. Very nice quality, I've got to admit. Finishing off cuff capacity with the IYT as per usual. This time we have weight plates we're using. Now, the grip isn't ideal, but the weight is ideal at the moment. 5 pounds each hand is working quite well. I feel like the cuff capacity and the trunk work capacity are like guardian angels, where you don't know that they're helping you out. So perhaps you're about to walk out on the street and you stop because there's something on the ground in front of you, and just as you stop, a big bus comes swerving by, and you're like, wow, that was lucky. And then as you walk away, there's an old lady in a gown covered in glitter going, I'll always be watching you. That's what cuff capacity is. Yeah? You get it? I'm doing side splits now. We're finishing off the session today with the mobility goal. I've already done my 3 sets of Cossack squats, 3 sets of horse stance. You know all that. So now we're just going to see where I'm at with the side split. We've got a Yuri in the background. He's going to be having a look as well.
Whoa, that's far enough, mate. You better stop. Oh, oh, that's dangerous.
Nice. That's legit.
I'll stop there, but you mentioned to fall back to pancake.
Yeah, so
instead,
from there, right, instead of trying to push yourself back up,
which I usually do.
Yeah, which isn't a bad thing at all, but you want to be able to relax in the position and get more comfortable in it,
So
because
just
you
come
want to
back
get
to
further
pancake.
down. So go down to a pancake, now you're nice and wide. Go ahead and lean forward. Oh. Just hang out there. So you're here, okay, I can push in, release a little bit, and then it's difficult here because I'm pushing in, but if I think about engaging a little bit of abductors, then it can help me to go a little bit lower.
So engaging
Impressive.
this.
Yeah. And then from
Impressive.
here, I can fall back and I can try to stay wide. I can go into the pancake because eventually you want the pancake flex, and obviously the active and passive is completely different here, and it's different when you're lifting as well. But you want the pancake straddle eventually to be the same as the as this straddle. So from here, you want to be able to scoot forwards and backwards, basically keeping your balls on the floor the whole time. So you're working basically with 3 positions. You have the hips a little bit behind, then the hips directly on top. And that's going to hit more groin, and then a little bit in front as well, and that's going to go a little bit into hip flexor. So I like to also work with those 3 positions just so you're not in one line all the time.
Another thing that Yuri mentioned earlier off camera was to start to incorporate a little bit of passive stretching as well. Could you just explain a little bit about what you mean? Because what I'm doing at the moment is pretty much all trying to activate it, and I moved away from any kind of passive stretching, but you were talking about building that suppleness.
It's good to have a balance of both. You want to feel, that you can tense up and resist, but also that you can relax.
Yeah.
And it's usually different for, again, different body types. So people who are naturally loose, naturally flexible need to work more on the resistance because they have the relaxation. And then people who are naturally stiff need to work a little bit more on the relaxation.
Hey guys, we're here at Fernandare Conservatory of the Arts. We just did a pretty cool audition for a Marvel stage production. There's a vlog about it, so you can check that out. But in the meantime, you're here, so let's get straight into our trunk strength. We're in the gymnasium. We did our gymnastics conditioning, which you have seen earlier in this episode. We smashed through that, and now we're gonna smash through this 1 session of trunk strength. Ever since it's been 1, I savor that moment every week when it comes around, and I'm making it extra hard this time.
Definitely getting harder now, which is great.
Well, because you've made them wider.
Yeah, I've made the blocks wider, so it's much harder. It's going to help that much more with planche.
We've got Arthur helping us. He's met up with us in Las Vegas, and it is always great to have someone else there to train with and to help you out. So much like Ollie did for trunk strength last week, he'll be helping in this exercise, and it's just so helpful to have 2 people for this one. I was coming off the thing.
2 high, 3. Yeah.
Finished that trunk strength session, had a meal, and now we're here for weights. What's odd is these sessions are going so fast, the whole series is going so fast, I can't even remember what weight I did for the last session. I should have kept track. Certainly the strongest I've been in bench in a very long time. They've been really tough, so let's hope I can smash this last set.
For the viewers, man, smash every single rep. Every single rep. Hard as you can. Quick, smash it. Easy, come on. Yep, again, smash it. Come on, smash it. Come on, freaking smash it.
Lachlan said do it for the viewers, so I had to get that last rep for you guys. 30 pounds seems to be where it's a good weight for me right now. It's quite challenging, but I can complete the sets and reps for this workout. So I'll be sticking at 30 until I feel like I can push it back up to that well-deserved 35. Tried a new tactic that time of as soon as the hold was done, bang for the next one, bang for the next. I felt like that really helped generate a lot more power, so I got more out of the exercise because let's face it, the work is done in the hold. I didn't add momentum, I was just relying on being explosive. Cable cross press now. We've found this machine, which we also found at Planet Fitness when we trained there earlier this week. And basically what it was this. It's a dual cable machine which you pull out. Ideally it would be a little bit wider to replicate the rings. It's got quite significant jumps in terms of weight. So it went from 35 kilos and it jumped to 42.5. So quite a significant jump. 35 is too easy, so I have to push it and get a PB today for these working sets. Yeah, so a new PB there, feels great. Feels a lot of pressure on the forearm, but it shows that I'm definitely getting stronger with that forearm injury. Yes, injury, I haven't mentioned it for a while. 20 feels quite easy, but I stepped it back because I was bringing it forward far too much for my liking. So I feel it's definitely more beneficial to sit at that lighter weight and hone the technique before you decide to move up. That's it for the weight session for this week. We do 2 weight sessions, as you know. Overall, I'm really happy with the progress we're making. Compound lifts are getting much heavier. I'm getting a lot stronger in those movements. I'm starting to get stronger all round, which is as expected. So I'm really happy with the way this is all progressing.
That's the end of week 9, guys, and you saw a lot of progress on the way there. I was really happy with that play session with the planche. It's really put a lot more confidence in me to getting that full planche goal, getting so close to that bent-legged variation. And then with the side splits, I was so close with Yuri's encouragement there as well. Nearly got there. I think in the last few weeks that should be just enough time to get that full side split if I can also start incorporating more passive as well as keeping with my active stretching. So we are also finishing up our time here in Las Vegas. It's been such a good ride. We've gone to the most gyms I've ever gone to in a week. We pretty much could tell you anything you want to know about training gymnastics or bodyweight training in Las Vegas. So I want to give a massive thanks to our man Yuri here, who looked after us
the entire week. And even as we are heading off right now to San Francisco, he cooked an amazing meal. What was it called?
It's called plov.
It was so damn good. I recommend it to anyone. I feel so satisfied, and it seemed really nutritionally dense as well.
Yeah, very much so.
We'll be finishing off the current program next week, so I'll be really pushing it to get as many PBs as I can. It will depend how I feel, but it's the last time doing all of these sessions as they have been written out, so I'll be looking to smash them as I wave them off into the past. So I'm really keen for that, and we'll be driving further up north, back into California and up to San Francisco to start off the week. All of Yuri's social media information and contact info is down below, so you can find out everything you want to know about this guy. How does he maintain that beard? How does he do his handstands? Everything is there. So make sure you check that out. As for this series, make sure you give it a like if you're liking these videos. It really helps boost our popularity on YouTube, so it gives the episodes more exposure. And make sure you subscribe if you want to see these episodes every week directly into your feed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you for week 10.
I am the Ab King of Vegas, and I am impressed.